$1 million for one Bitcoin. Right now, that sounds impossible to some people and inevitable to others. But here's the real question. Could Bitcoin actually reach $1 million someday? Or is it just another fantasy created by hype? Because if it did happen, it wouldn't just create millionaires. It could completely change how the world sees money forever. Why people even believe this? At first glance, a $1 million Bitcoin sounds crazy. But years ago, people said the same thing about $100 Bitcoin, $1,000 Bitcoin, even $10,000 Bitcoin. Every cycle, Bitcoin keeps doing something most people thought was impossible. Why? Because Bitcoin is different from traditional money. Governments can print more currency whenever they want. But Bitcoin? There will only ever be 21 million. That scarcity is the foundation of the entire argument. The more people want something limited, the higher the price can go. And as adoption grows, Bitcoin becomes harder to ignore. The global money shift. Think about how much money exists in the world. Stocks, gold, real estate, savings accounts, government bonds, trillions upon trillions of dollars. Now imagine if even a small percentage of that money started moving into Bitcoin. That's where the $1 million prediction comes from. Some investors believe Bitcoin could become digital gold, a hedge against inflation, or even a global reserve asset someday. Gold alone is worth trillions. If Bitcoin reached or surpassed gold's market value, its price could rise dramatically. And the more institutions buy Bitcoin, the more legitimacy it gains. What started as an internet experiment is now discussed by banks, billionaires, governments, and major companies. That changes everything. Scarcity changes the game. Most people still don't fully understand supply shock. Every 4 years, Bitcoin's new supply gets cut in half. This event is called the halving. Less new Bitcoin enters the market. But if demand keeps increasing, prices can rise aggressively. And here's the scary part. Millions of Bitcoins are already lost forever. Forgotten wallets, lost hard drives, people who can never access their coins again. Which means the actual supply is even smaller than people think. So if global demand explodes while supply remains fixed, price predictions that once looked insane suddenly don't seem so impossible anymore. What would need to happen? For Bitcoin to reach $1 million, several major things would probably need to happen. First, mass adoption. Not just retail investors. We're talking pension funds, governments, corporations, and entire financial systems using Bitcoin in some form. Second, trust in traditional currencies would likely weaken. When inflation rises, people start searching for assets they believe can protect wealth. That's one reason Bitcoin gains attention during economic uncertainty. Third, Bitcoin would need to survive long enough. Every year it survives, more people see it as legitimate. Time builds confidence, and confidence attracts capital. The risks nobody ignores. But let's be realistic. There are still massive risks. Governments could regulate it heavily. Markets could crash. Technology could evolve. Public interest could fade. And Bitcoin is still extremely volatile. A single year can create life-changing gains or devastating losses. That's why predictions alone mean nothing. Nobody truly knows the future. Not influencers, not billionaires, not analysts. The market can humble anyone. The real reason Bitcoin matters? But maybe the bigger story isn't the price. Maybe the real story is what Bitcoin represents. For the first time in history, people created a global financial system that operates without a central authority. That idea alone changed finance forever. Whether Bitcoin reaches $1 million or not, it already forced the world to rethink money itself. And that's why people continue paying attention. Because sometimes the biggest revolutions look ridiculous in the beginning. So, could Bitcoin reach $1 million? Yes, it absolutely could. Not tomorrow, not easily, and not without massive volatility along the way. But if adoption continues growing, institutions keep buying, and trust in traditional currencies keeps weakening, a $1 million Bitcoin is possible in the future. Because Bitcoin was designed around one powerful idea: limited supply in a world of unlimited money printing. And if demand keeps rising while supply stays fixed, price can move far beyond what most people think is realistic today. The biggest mistake people make with Bitcoin is assuming the future will look exactly like the present. History has already shown that Bitcoin can outperform expectations again and again. But remember, high potential also comes with high risk. Always do your own research before investing. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about Bitcoin, investing, money psychology, and building wealth, subscribe to the channel. Because the people who understand financial change early are usually the ones who benefit the most later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.